Hello, hello. Also, Apache, I appreciate you so greatly trying to figure out all of these command things. I just felt that I should put that out there right now. But also, hello. I'll take the bullying. It's a fair trade in this economy. Also, don't mind me. I might sound a little bit more, less I mean, I never have energy. That's the real trick of it. But I might sound a little less energy than usual because I'm still coughing and it's awful. Coughle. Oh, is it because I'm a crow now? I don't know if I'll take that trade. Yeah, it's not like bad, but like, I mean, like right now I'm like okay, but like there are periods where my throat just goes no talking. You're not allowed to do that anymore. That's ridiculous. Crow's a little off screen. Oh, that's because the kaha is random where it shows up. I found out that there was a random button, so I just turned that on. Anytime a kaha happens, it's just who knows where it shows up. I hope that I hope your day can get better. Wait, let me. I can, because now I have the ability to. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it again? It would be in. Channel points. There it is. I can just test it, and I can just make birds show up everywhere. Look, see? I can just. Ha! I don't have the power of cooldown on me anymore, or the debuff.
Yo, it's 2/3 RDS of a fetus.
Thank you for the 6 months, Arnis. That's one way to put that. That's true. But also, But yeah, I'm no longer limited by the cooldown, and I can just make this happen wherever, and it's great. But yeah, I found out about that, and it's great. I'm gonna stop getting distracted. I did that for a while when I first put it up. But it's fine. Right. Game. I have played Ace Attorney before. I think I mentioned it last time. The last Ace Attorney game I played was Spirit of Justice, which has been a very long time, and I don't really remember much about it anymore. It's the great thing about having a terrible memory. I can replay these games and not remember what they were about. Am I the Ace Attorney? Kinda. Not a lawyer, though. But, like, close enough. We found him. We found the Ace Attorney. Look, listen, you know, they've already had a parrot on stand before. They can have a crow, right? 50% of an Ace Attorney, that's still a failing grade, unfortunately. How long until I turn into a bird? I could just do a really bad, like, cropped PNG or something. So many hours of voicing Ace Attorney. Listen, Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney was a great game, okay? It is awesome. It is also expensive now, from what I understand, but it was really good. Played it in the halls of the classrooms. Just found an alcove in, like, high school, after school, and just played games with my friends. We were weird, huh? Okay. Where's my No, we don't need to talk about Hatofu. But, interesting that it says select an adventure. What does that mean? Oh? I haven't even played the game yet. I can choose any episode? Okay. Just skip to the end of the game, don't know who anybody is, all of their character arcs gone. Alright, new game. Ooh, cutscene.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation.
Ooh.
The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some
I like their cape.
swept away by the tide.
Oh. Well. Huh?
But for one man, the
Isn't that the main character?
era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Oh! I guess we're getting framed for murder. Also, Hatofu was made by the people who did Cult of the Lamb. Oh, it was published by the same people. I had no idea. That's wild. And I haven't watched the anime dub. I've seen the bloopers. And the bloopers are amazing. We have so many witnesses. Yeah, no, we're screwed. That's it. We're done for. The second. Why am I like this? The 22nd. Oh my god. The 22nd of November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendant's Antechamber 5. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Do we defend ourselves? Ah, hello, faceless guard. What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares, murderer. Oh. Sorry. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. Ah, so, naruhodo, naruhodo. Now, here I am, awaiting my trial. Wonder what he was studying. Someone said that, not this guy. That's enough, apparently. Oh. I'm sorry. Why does he have a perpetual breeze blowing his headband behind him? Why is that cracking me up so much? He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. Who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you, you haven't even graduated yet. Yeah, but he has a sword. And I think that counts for something. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Right, Ryunosuke? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. Are we classmates? What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. Listen, if you think about it, everything is a fighting game. A conversation is a fighting game, sort of, in a way. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not! You have to believe me, I didn't do it! I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean... I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. Also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive, considering he's still an undergraduate. Are you reading my mind? That was in his head, right? It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. Thank you for the exposition. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. Maybe he didn't read my mind and this is just a timer that he has set for every 3 days, maybe. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Ooh. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know! I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you, and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. I think that's the wind. Like, okay. I'm glad we're addressing that as like a thing that actually happens. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean, to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Then come with me! We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Aibel. And then everything goes to shit. Or so I assume. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. You wanna tell us what happened? I don't know. Hasogi, may I have a word? Oomst. Oh. Oh, you're a professor. Professor! Didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Hasogi. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. Alright. Oh, I've just been left alone with this old man. It's riveting. This is awkward. If I may... yes, sorry? You must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Hi, June! I also enjoy putting two pieces of metal together. Hopefully they go together like a puzzle, because I'm gonna have to use my brain, probably. Possibly? Maybe not the first case. But yeah, hello! Oh, I just realized that I'm like covering the text. That's fine, I'm reading it out loud. Cats have large brains. I don't know, have you seen orange cats? They certainly are a different specimen. Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. He's been talking about me! As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that that permission will be revoked and never granted again. What? As I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it, I swear it! I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Oh good, is it rigged? Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. Just tell me! Just tell me before things take me off guard and I make things worse. Aren't you supposed to prep like the defendant beforehand or something? But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right. That's a relief. So, as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, "I do." I do? But what will the question be? Surely not, do you accept the accusations brought before you? Oh, of course not. If I were to guess, it's, do I want to represent myself? Because, like, theoretically, I'm also a student studying law, maybe, possibly? And this also keeps the heat off of our friend. Although, it's gonna suck not being able to, like, tell our friend that. That might feel a little bit like a betrayal. Regardless, hopefully he understands. Hello! Yeah, I really do like the Ace Attorney series. It's been a while since I played one, though. Defendant. Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. Ah, it would seem our surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you, anyway. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny. Alright, 22nd of November, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2. Oh no, buddy! He's really pulling the... Oh no, bud! So this is a courtroom. Wait, the judge isn't even here. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. High off of adrenaline, more like. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. Okay, I get that murder is like, you know, a very, very big crime and all, but like, this much? Like the highest court with a secret trial. Was that professor like a Secret Service agent or something? A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time, but for now... You need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Oh my god, it's that guy again! The judge isn't bald. Who are you? The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Ouchie. Ouchie?
The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
As is the defense. Before we begin, there's one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Oh, poor guy is having a time. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Ah, so I was right. This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do... I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Do I get a game over if I wait and see? Wait, I'm gonna save really quickly because I want to see what happens if I wait. Because, like... It wouldn't... This would just be a straight-up game over. Kazuma is the lawyer here. I can't defend myself. If I said I do, it would be tantamount to lying. And I've been accused of murder, for goodness sake. This is no time for lies. Try to stop fidgeting, Ryunosuke. It's distracting. But if I don't say I'll defend myself now, things could end very badly for my friend. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will Oh! I see that the panic won. Oh, okay, so at least I don't have to reload a save. Crowdy? Works out. Konnichiwa. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? Is he in a classroom? Well, he is a student, so it might be the instinct, you know? Like, I definitely still had that instinct of, like, raising my hand to talk after a while. Of leaving school. I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be... What? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything, just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off. No, it's not that, really. We're gonna just breeze right past that one. Nope, never mind. I tried to. Phrasing, Kazuma. Phrasing. And they were classmates. No, it's not that, really. It's, just that. Well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Yeah, shouldn't have stuck his nose into your relationship. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Oh, really?
Objection!
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is, so apparent, he's confident he can speak for himself. He's so confident. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. I see that this is a hereditary face. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered.
Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
Did you not read the case notes? As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence?
What does that mean?
He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, yeah. Well, can't be questioning it more than I am. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I'd care to remember. But... wait. Dude. I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. What was it again? Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank? You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. I mean, that's gotta be really, it doesn't just inspire confidence when the judge asks, what's the name of the guy? And then you pull out the court record, flipping through several pages to find the name. But hey, it's better than being wrong. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of the E button. I see. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. Yep, there it is. I was waiting for the E's to show up. I just have to press E for the court record. Alright, no time to lose. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with E. Let me see. Proof that I'm a student at the Imperial Yume University. I always wear it on the collar of my uniform jacket. I can't see the other thing. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press C to go back. Let's see. Second year at the Imperial Yume University. He's my best friend, and despite being a student, a qualified defense lawyer as well. 23? Okay. Oh, you look older than you actually are. A medical school professor at the Imperial Yume University. He's an authority in forensic medicine and Kazuma's mentor. Taketsuchi Aochi, the lead prosecutor of this case, who would appear to have little love for the changes the Cultural Reformation has brought about. John H. Wilson, the victim of this case. He was a visiting professor of medicine at Yume University from the British Empire. Can I? Oh, I can't go and look at the other thing in my evidence. Oh well. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now, you'd better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the People section of the court record, then press R to present. Try it now.
Yes!
Yes! The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university.
Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yume University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. Except for maybe good old Naruhodo.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor?
But I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. Bit brazen, but fair enough. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. You can tell by his bowler hat. At least I think he had a bowler hat. I don't know, my memory's not great. The England slanted! But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. He also had a gun, which isn't great for looking innocent. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then, partner. See, that previous statement now for... And they were classmates. The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. No more thinking. Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. and this is why you never say hello to anybody. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Well, where did the pistol come from, dude?
Where did the tiny little gun come from?
Teachers exist outside of school. I thought that they just lived there, in the basement of the school. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? Can I look at it now? Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by the loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. Okay, so the bullet was still there. Wait, why is there a magnifying glass? Oh. That's neat. Is that important? Wait. Probably, being able to zoom into it probably isn't too important, but... The basement of the school is where I'm keeping my... Bold of you to assume I'm still at school. You can't put me back there. You can't make me go back. How did this professor... Oh, yeah, I already said that. State before the court. The cause of death. The cause of death. Well, obviously that was a gunshot. Dude. Do you know Skay? Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. Yes! Well, am I just gonna repeat it every single time? I think I might just instinctively do that. Okay. Well... According to this document, which is now 10 documents, jeez, the victim suffered a... hemorrhagic... hemorrhagic... a hemorrhagic death due to the gunshot trauma.
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, yes, that's right. The, post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. That doesn't seem like the best way to do that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, are there multiple officers doing it? It sounds like it's just one. I don't know if we should just take them at their word. There should be a system of accountability. It's fine. This is fine. Hail Hydra. Yeah, that's true. Especially given the whole... Well, I'm not gonna jinx it because I've been fine for right now. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime.
Ace Attorney's legal system is already a combination of multiple legal systems. That's true. Because, like, the innocent until found guilty is not a Japanese legal system thing, if I'm correct on that. So, yeah, it's okay. This is a weird blend from historical Japan. Historical fantasy Japan.
You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
I was about to say that. I was about to be like, if there's powder, that means it was pretty close. I actually took a forensic science class in high school. That was really fun. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. Photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record. Shot from the front in the chest and subsequently died. So, that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. Yeah, like that was like straight to the heart, right? It feels like it would be instant. Let us start the trial. Imagine we go through all of this and then the guy wakes up like, guys, I'm not dead! You give love a bad name? Yep, there we go.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
Now, which witness is the murderer? Oh, this is it then. I'm glad that I can still keep my friend here, even though he's no longer, like, defending me in official capacity. I'm glad. They realized that Naruhodo was going to, like, anxiously melt into the floor without his friend here. And I am putting quotes around that. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes. Clearly, you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Oh, cool. We're addressing the thing that I just said. Of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Sticking his oar in? I have not heard of that expression before. Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Phone a friend. That's amazing. Have a 50-50 as well.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Of course. I'm gonna... Time for my really bad transatlantic accent. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival. Oh, me too, Okay, maybe not that bad. My cough is not that bad. Do you need a doctor? Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, blood! That thing is going to be red by the end of this. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Yeah? He's fine. What do you mean he's fine? As someone who routinely coughs, no! I would not give testimony like this. I think bleeding from your mouth is an appropriate time to call out sick. I don't know. Well, it really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago. Call out sick in this economy? I guess if you're being called in to by the secret police to be a part of like the secret trial that that decides the fate of like I don't know, diplomatic relations between two nations, I guess I would go even if I were dying. No, I don't think I would. Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring, maybe, but aspiring. Yo, I love Ace Attorney music so much. Okay, I have not played this game, but I have listened to this soundtrack And it's just so good. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. And that fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery. Wait, so you didn't even witness it? Oh, whatever. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes!
Don't agree with that!
Oh, that is an unfortunate exclamation. Hold on, let me just clarify something here. No, you gotta wait, my guy. Yes, it was me. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
Objection!
He hasn't passed his English class yet. Oh, that's true. You're not wrong. He was actually saying, yeah. And it just sounded a lot like yes.
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But... Sustained. The next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defended Naruhodo. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, you must just quietly listen to the witness.
If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today?
Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
You. Wait, he's got ketchup? Yeah, he just had a burger before he came in, and he's just been coughing up ketchup this whole time. No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table. Yeah, because we didn't see much of it, but the restaurant seemed pretty full, yeah? What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? I'm gonna save again. Just, I don't want to have to if I screw up, I'm not confident, you know? Okay. On the other hand, is there any actual evidence that we could do to, like, prove that there was someone there? Because I genuinely don't think we have any evidence to sustain this. But it's also the first case. They wouldn't, right? Yeah, nothing in here. I'm going to see what happens, but like... Yeah, honestly, me too. Present the badge! Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud.
He's not even a lawyer, you know this.
Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I'm sure of what I saw. Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy. No. That's not sus at all. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Why? Why do you have that? He came to die alone. Well, that's true. Lady was gone, so. Nothing sus at all. That's why he pushed up his glasses in such a manner that shows that he was hiding something, and he paused. Please have a look if you'd like to. Genuinely, why do you have this? Let me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. As you can see? What do you mean, as you can see? There's just one X? Yeah, I don't even know where I am on here. Okay. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. I'm not replicating that. I'm not gonna trigger my own coughing. Something clearly seems to have shaken him. Waiter's business card has been entered into the court record. Dude, do you need a cough drop? I have cough drops. I've got a whole bag of them.
So, the court has now heard a...
Is it precis? I'm gonna say precis.
Precis of the case.
Yes, at the moment, the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. No. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency? If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
But I thought no one else was there. Whatever. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. Oh, ad break soon. Oh no! Actually, hold on. I'm gonna take this moment to get some more water and stuff just to keep myself from dying, like that guy who is coughing constantly. So I will be right back as well. Hello, I return. I'll just talk for the next 2 minutes, because, like, unlike other games, I feel like, you miss a lot if you don't, yeah. Sounds about right.
Don't worry, I will wait.
In fact, I'll say it.
But yeah.
I am fully equipped with water and cough drops. We'll see how this goes. I'm surprised it hasn't been worse, I say, knocking on wood. Never mind, I'm gonna take another cough drop. Dang it. Oh well. On the other hand, these are really good cough drops, in that they taste really good. I didn't even know that they made vanilla. Please share. I'm so sorry. Cough drops are very, very helpful. And they usually sell out around this part of the season too, which really sucks. Did you know that there are 2 types of cough drops? I learned that at one point. They are they're the Hall's vanilla honey. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I'm usually a lemon person, but that's mostly because, like, honey lemon is the one that they usually have. I don't know where this bag came from. It just showed up in my house one day. Oh, shoot. I think that ad is over. So, welcome back, all of you ad viewers. That's not pre-roll, by the way. It's scheduled because otherwise, like, it's easier for me to, like, actually, like, take breaks so that I can keep everyone in the same spot, sort of a thing. Cherry Ricole, I'm so sorry. Cherry is not a great flavor for I don't know. That, in my opinion, cherry is not a great flavor. Grape is disgusting. But it's fine. You said it. Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. Not even Cherry Coke? I've not had Cherry Coke. Either that... No, actually. No. I might be lying. I think I have had Cherry Coke when I was really young. I'm not a big fan. I think it's because, like... cherry was one of the more common flavors for, like, medicine. So my brain kind of associates it with that, and when it associated it with medicine, it just went, it's just not as good. Vanilla Coke? How did that go? That doesn't seem like a good combination. Orange Coke? Orange and vanilla I know go together, but orange and Coke? I guess they're both citrusy? Question mark? Orange vanilla Coke. The heck? I haven't had. That one I definitely haven't had. It doesn't feel like flavors that would mesh in my brain. But then again, there's also peanuts in Coke, which apparently is very good. Orange Coke. Like, at that point, you have a Fanta, yeah? Fruit-flavored Pepsi. Okay, I don't know where you guys are finding these. Come out to LA again? Is that where the vanilla Coke lives? Cherry and vanilla Cokes. I don't hold out much hope for cherry, but, like, I'm willing to try the vanilla. Hopefully. Vanilla orange Coke. That's so weird. Cream soda flavored Dr. Pepper. Where are all of these coming from? I say while Ryunosuke's panicking about his verdict. Oreo Coke? No, hold on. I need to come back to this real quick. Oreo Coke. Like... the whole thing? The cream part of the Oreo? What does that taste like? Clear Pepsi. Isn't that just Sprite? Commercials about Oreo Coke. I don't understand that one. It's alright. Does it taste like Oreos? Like, Or is it just like kind of like sweeter or like kind of vaguely reminds you of it? If it's not that overpowering, it's probably better? Question mark? Are you drinking an Oreo but bubbly? Oh my god, you're just drinking bubbly Oreos. I don't know if I could do that one. Coke Oreo. Science has gone too far. We need to know when to hold back, because just because you can doesn't mean you should. That's nutty. Me too, I'm scared, but for different reasons, Ryunosuke. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face. Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. Oh! Me too. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. We love a supportive bestie. Indeed. Prosecutor Aochi, please continue with proceedings.
Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint.
Yeah, sure.
But I can be a devil when I want to be. I can be your angel or your devil.
Oh.
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever.
What, are you going to take out a gun and shoot me yourself? What the heck?
The prosecution calls its next witnesses.
Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once. Angel cake or devil cake? I have not had a devil cake. Angel cake is good though. Who are these?
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
This guy is very geometric.
Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army's Sergeant Yesa Nosa.
Yes, no? Is that your pun? Yesa, nosa?
Reporting for duty, sir.
Myself, I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon. Yes, sir, no, sir. Oh my god, I see. And Korekta. Curio collector. Gotcha. And conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District. Curio Korekta at your service. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon. And, not infrequently, converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business. I can't understand a word that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Also because there's a lot of foreigners who wouldn't really understand the, actual value of artifacts. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, That sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct? Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearms, sir.
This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during the last thing he said. Okay, yeah, I thought that was like a... I thought that was like a stream thing. That was weird. Does he have a bird? So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Y'all just had to summon the blip, didn't you? It's fine. It's just the transition from testimony to cross-examination. Very clearly. That's what's happening right now. All according to Cake. What is that thing that is on his desk? Water, maybe? That's fair. Anyway. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Oh wait, we're not even cross-examining yet. Never mind.
Sir, yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir.
Yeah, what's that sound? Unsavory memories of a most, acerbic afternoon. This guy's just going to pass out on the spot. He's shaking so much. He's a chihuahua. What the witnesses saw.
I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged.
That's a baby! You brought a baby! Why did you bring a baby?
I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes.
Also, the judge should be able to see that, right? Like, the way that the position of the stand is, someone had to see the baby.
The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the...
I found the contradiction. I found it. He's wrong.
From the back, the cowardly little weasel.
I was on my hands and knees, investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. No, you didn't.
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy.
That's a knife. Why do you have a knife? What times we live in, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryunosuke? Yes! All I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. It's his tea knife. I mean, if you have puer or something, like, you could use that to, like, slice, like, tea bricks, but I don't know. What have you got there? A knife! No! after I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is? Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? Do it now!
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice.
Certainly. The testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Y'all, did neither of you read the case report? Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this... It is your duty to declare the... This is gonna be a trend, huh? I do love that he raises his hand, though. What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? I mean, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Press the raise hand function in Zoom.
Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. Hatimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Huh? How did he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
I know where the contradiction is. The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Kazuma is so commanding. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements. How? You didn't fire the gun. Which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence. Right. Evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. Oh, honey! He tried so hard! It's like looking at like a lion roaring versus a lion cub roaring. And like a lion roar is already kind of, it's like not as impressive as a tiger roar, but like the little cub going like, alright then. It's all or nothing.
He just goes like,
Okay, I mean, I already know where it is. Should I press them anyway? Like, should I just press every statement for the funnies? But I know where it is. I'll actually... I'll actually, press when I need to. It's... not this one, the next one. Right here. Not this one. This one? And from the back. Ooh, that's so weird. From the back. But it said that it was, not this one. It was the picture.
But it was from the front, in the chest. Like a not coward.
Oh wait, I can magnifying glass? Ooh, this might come into play later. Interesting. Okay, but yeah, this one.
Yes!
Wait, I don't say objection? Wait, no! Objection! I'm gonna say it. Show the badge. I'm not showing the badge! That's a penalty! Oh wait, are they also gonna comment on how saying yes is not exactly the best way to interject? What are you playing at, cadet?
Oh, what is the meaning of this subordination?
Do you mean insubordination?
Thrusting some photographic print in my mustache.
Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes! There's a clear inconsistency here. Just the very pathetic slapping.
What nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth.
I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom.
This is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. I love Cosmo's theme so much. It's such a good theme. Cosmo, what? What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement.
What?
Sergeant Yesanosa.
Yes, sir. What, sir?
The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir.
Yes, and that's why you're wrong. But no! Yes, but no. That just can't be.
And why not, cadet?
Because... Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Oh, there's the baby. No! Don't squish the baby!
Oh,
What the? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, for gifting a sub to Squash the Baby. Now, I'm gonna put it on the record that don't squash the baby. That's not how you take care of a baby. You know those pictures of like the appropriate ways to take care of a baby? Squashing the baby is on the no side. No, don't do it. Bad.
yes, sir. At this junction, that would appear to be indisputable. Till the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were...
Oh, this baby.
firmly fixed on the delicious like carnival steak, sir. What?
The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Iesanosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all.
That's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, for gifting a sub to Baby Steak. I mean, I guess it's technically what a lamb steak is, right? Oh. Oh, man. Don't burn it. Just, but if you need a burn, Cosmo's got you covered. Cool, I got an achievement. I didn't even know there were achievements. Okay. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial. Just from that one discrepancy. Well, yeah, he had one piece of evidence and it was wrong. Also, what does the baby have to do with anything? So, this is what being an ace attorney is all about.
But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back.
I'm sorry. Yes, I was pointing it at his back, but I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. Oh yeah, new model. New model who dis. Thank you for gifting a sub to Baby Lawyer. I mean, that's what Naruhodo is, right?
What's
Why
this?
is there a baby lawyer?
Sei Sou wheeze.
What's this? What's this? Who knows? Why did it start a hype train? Because Baby Lawyer is hype. That's who we're playing as. Naruhodo. He's just a baby. He just started. Also, thank you for the 36 months, Apache. We're just taking the train. I think they have trains in this era. Ah, so naruhodo, naruhodo. It takes two people to start. Oh, okay. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Oh, thank you for gifting a sub to 40 subs! I mean, thank you so much for your generosity. And also your very funny gifted subs. They are always a joy. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Yeah. Treasure. I thought he was just gonna break his freaking thing. Oh shoot! Thank you for gifting a sub to blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, I can't talk. Xander, thank you for gifting a sub to Ryanimus. 40 out of 40. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, enjoy the emo. I've lost all abilities to speak. I'm just gonna drink some water. This is great in a game where there's only talking. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. Now, let's take down these guys and find the murderer, which is probably the waiter, right? I don't know, the butler shot him. Probably. Oh! Thank you for gifting us sub to drink water. I will do that. I am definitely doing that. I'm drinking a lot of water. And cough drops. I'm not drinking the cough drops. That's not how you have those. Let's see. I kind of want to bet that this guy was looking for the gun. I don't know why. Let's see. Indeed, the Hoi era Koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute. Oh, Rusty. Oh, you don't have a good shop, do you? In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you? His boob pocket. Does he have a pocket there? On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I proffered my Hoi treasure. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find, I did not, but I was presented with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished.
The koban vanished?
Hunting around under the table, I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there. And then it happened.
Bang!
You heard the gunshot, you mean?
Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was only concerned only with finding my absconded Hoi treasure. Nothing could distract me.
Okay then, bud. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
No.
I see. Can I see it? No.
That lamentable day, the precious Hoi koban was lost to me. No doubt, some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
He says, staring right at the unscrupulous scoundrel who was talking to him. Getting distracted by the idol. The shaking or the bouncing of the baby on this guy's back? I'm guessing that the baby took it. I don't know why I'm thinking that.
Seymour, the house is on fire!
No, mother, it's just the Northern Lights. As I'm sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Alchi?
Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back.
Only one? Where's the rest of its family? They're a pack animal. That's probably not important in this case, but you know.
My witnesses have further testimony to make.
Explain.
Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear why they lied. That there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear?
As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency. Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir.
Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think.
Affirmative, the newest member of the Nosa family to rise up to the ranks, sir. Name, Ido.
Well, oh, a hype chest, what? Cool. Oh, well, I guess there's a new emote. Neat. But yeah, I guess they just let the, baby in. Thank you for gifting a sub to Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He needs it. I don't know. He's busy, actually.
Naruhodo. So.
I just realized my naming convention for my VTuber is very much just an Ace Attorney name. Oh my god. I'm just an Ace Attorney character. Okay. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny.
Ido, attention! Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy.
Honestly, good dad, bringing little toys for the kid to play with. That's actually really cute. All right. It should be easy, you know? The true culprit.
Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. There's pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out.
Okay, I'm gonna have to press. Nothing glaring there. The true Yes! Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Please, enough of these outbursts already.
But there was a woman, there was a young woman at his table. How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her.
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies.
Ugh.
It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel?
Indeed, of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can plainly be seen, there is only one place set.
Certainly, based on the appearance of this print. I mean, what if she just didn't order anything? What if she just stopped by to chat? Like, you know, there are so many explanations why there wouldn't be a playset there, but, you know, whatever. What do I know? It would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. Alright. Carbonated water and a steak lunch. Good for him. I don't understand. What's going on here? They're all in on it. It's a conspiracy. It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. It's in the TOS. They didn't sign a TOS. Probably. I'm also making assumptions now. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt. How?
These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Taketsuchi Aochi, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor.
Just press them. Just press them. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. I thought he was gonna slam the table. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination.
I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick. Understood?
Rules can be so unbending at times.
What, wind is blowing his headband? Oh, I've been asking that for ages. But I don't know. He has a mysterious aura, apparently. So maybe that's it. It's just his sheer charismatic presence that is making his headband flow wildly in the wind. Okay. Time for a real cross-examination. Gotta press every single statement. Okay, press is Q.
Yes!
No, it's not the same thing at all. For a start, okay, this is not the one to press. For a start, I didn't fire that gun.
We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet.
I don't think so.
Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked.
Did you?
Did you see it? Did you see me blink?
How could I?
And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink.
I don't know, if a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound at all?
So there you have it.
What?
Tension! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears in the very next moment. I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all, don't you? And let us not forget that the antiques dealer witnessed the accused in this most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Korekta-san?
Korekuta. Oh, okay. Press this one as well.
Yes!
You were under the table. Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time. But I've told you already, that's only because I picked it up off the floor.
Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away.
I had just finished drinking my coffee and I was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, a gunshot rang in my ears.
Huh. Full of events beyond our control, life is.
Sorry? What do you mean?
In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas conversely, I failed to pick up the koban from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as well as a result. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you, with pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner.
Could be a misfire. Maybe it just fires blanks, you know? Let's see. You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
As you have been at pains to point out time and time again. I feel I'm going a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman.
If only there'd been more people dining there at the time. And someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant.
I know, of course the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Wait, why would... Well, it's not really a glaring thing, but it's just... If this guy was out to try to, like, sell his wares to people, why would he go at a time when there was no one there? He even said that he goes post-noon. Why did he go at 2 p.m.? It's a little weird. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone. When you study too much, when you get caught up in your research, you eat at odd hours of the day.
Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason.
There was?
This was found in the victim's jacket pocket.
What is that, Counsel? Oh, what is that, Counsel?
It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
Hotta Clinic. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m.
What grades did he have? You know, Japan does actually have, like, report cards for your health. They do actually grade you, from what I understand. Time for me to fail every single one. Very day of the incident. Oh yeah, no, genuinely. I'm pretty sure that they do.
So, the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case.
I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report to be submitted as evidence? Yes. Do it.
Yes!
Yes! This one actually makes sense. He keeps raising his hand, this little bean! If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency.
On what grounds?
The
court has already heard conclusive witness testimony.
What conclusiveness?
Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Objection!
Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I was about to say venues.
I beg your pardon.
You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence.
Very well, the court will grant the defense's request.
Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend. Back in my day, we had no rights.
Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record.
Okay, cool. What we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you. Oh?
You know, like, nya.
Oh, and Alatinya? Okay.
You know, like, nya.
Oh my god, that's awful! Oh no!
Back in my day, we would nya.
Okay.
You can conspire to...
Are you gonna ask for an oh no? Oh no. I'm sorry, Fishtool. Unfortunately, I'm bound by my code as a streamer.
Well, oh whoa.
Ugh. Well,
You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you.
Nino. I don't think it's possible for me to do that as an Aochi one.
You know, like...
I try. I'm just gonna do a normal one. You know, like... Oh, did it not work? Did it break? Oh, good, it broke! I'll just redeem it again. Yeah, just let me know if it breaks, because sometimes it do that, and I don't know why. I'm gonna drink some water. Huh. Festival.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt.
Yeah, sure, you have a great track record. It's not like you've already been proved inconsistent today. You know, 10 minutes prior. In canon. It was longer for me, but whatever.
Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Korekda-san.
Indeed, alone he was. Is that the one that I already saw? Wait. Oh no, I have to read it over again. I tried to go back. It did not let me go back. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I'm gonna go read it, probably. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Is he just gonna give me the answer? Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So, perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. Oh, I already know how to do that. I guess this is just more tutorialing. Wait, oh, it's not letting me. That's rude. Can I check this one? Because I'm pretty sure it mentioned that this was the back of a business card. Oh, I can't see that. Never mind. A+ on his blood test. Yeah, you know who failed their blood test? The waiter who keeps coughing up blood. How exactly? Press E. Press the magnifying glass. Oh, shoot. Okay. They're just gonna give me the magnifying glass for this one. You notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. Lungs D-. Oh, me. How did you get a hold of my medical report card? I'm getting another cough. I should not be having so many cough drops in succession, but like, it's been nice not coughing for the past 2 hours. It's really nice. Okay, can I do this now? No, it still hasn't given me the option. Use left, right, PA, start select. To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. By using RAGD. Okay. Actually, I do appreciate the visual demonstration. You can move the crosshairs around. You can move the gun around to hunt for clues that might have been missed before. What's a COD ticket? It's just this like little thing that I added because I was messing around with the bot. You just get it from watching. It's entirely free to play. I refuse to monetize that. Absolutely refuse. And I don't know what the leaderboard is. It's just a part of the command. So you can also gamble with it if you want, but you know, and the commands are in the in about section. There's like a little command section. You can look at it there. So you know, have fun. I'm just enabling you gotchas. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, then you can fire the laser. Press space to investigate further. I like that they changed the font too. It's not just the color difference. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I need to use DDR, WASD, and space to inspect any areas of the evidence that look suspicious. Can I do it now? No, I'm still not allowed. Just let me. Oh. Interesting.
kind of weird having this be turn and then Waz to be move. Feels like it should be the opposite. Oh! It says Hotta Clinic on this medical report card. I hate clinics. Almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5. Oh! Oh shoot! Thank you for gifting us up to WooWooBot! Oh wait, that's actually real. Thank you so much. Woo is allowed to be a person. When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in— I'm really jealous. What the heck? You've only caught one cold in your whole life. Can I be him? That's not fair. And I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life. Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. Yeah! Dude's immune system is built different. Yeah, no, literally. I feel like at this point, like, that means that if he gets shot, like, he probably just shrug it off. He's built different. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything. Well, there's nothing on here, but... For one thing, there's a folded page here. But can I take a look at this? It looks like this medical report card was first issued quite some time ago. It's probably a record of long-term treatment, that's why. With a family doctor, I imagine. Well, I can't imagine going to a doctor. I mean, as long as I'm alive, I'm never consulting one. Okay, man. Well, if you were dead, there'd be no point. So, you don't like doctors then? Why would you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine. They give you painful injections. Speaking of painful, ad break. I'll just vibe here. I realize I'm on top of Kazuma. Oops. I'm just blocking him. This is fine. I get to also be the voice of reason. We fulfill the same role. Phrasing— Listen! Shoot, no, you're right. Well, it's fine. We're in an ad break, so it was— You wish you were on top of Kazuma? Oh, man. I'd say phrasing, but I think that's exactly what you meant. So, never mind. I'm just gonna drop it. And we're just gonna vibe for a little bit. Oh no! Why is it clicking? Stop that! I clicked off of the game! Oh, I did not see that. A Wario? Wario? Oh no. What? Whoa, no. Wow. Wow. Cause like, he's so deep. Ara. Wow. Ara, ara. It's so bad. It's so— Wada, wada. Guys. Ooh. Oh god. Is there some weird caveat to this one too? Or is this just like a straight normal— Nino? How dare you? What? Ooh, woo. I just sound like one of those birds. Woo woo, woo woo. Like, it just sounds like that. I'm being bullied. I'm being bullied. Oh. Oh, whoa. The toad on a cliff somewhere. Be bullied? Yeah, I think that's kind of what's happening here. I'm sorry, Fish Toll. This is just what happens sometimes. Although I think there's a— let's see. I'm just waiting a little bit longer just because ads. There's still like 1 minute left. Again, if you weren't here earlier, just story-driven stuff. I don't want to like skip out on it for people. That's going on in there? Or— oh no. Well, the sins of my past continue to haunt me. There is no escape. Alas. I guess I just have to accept it. I am cringe. Nah, I've always been cringe. I am cringe, but I am free. There is no escape. There is only enjoy being at the center of the bullying. Oh, the bullying, actually. Well, I certainly do feel like I am. Oh shoot! People are back. Cool. I'm going to escape the bullying now, as much as I can. Ryunosuke hates the doctors. Medicine tastes bad. That's true. Grape medicine is awful. Like, genuinely. And then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege, all when you're at your lowest ebb. You sound like a model patient. Oh, with my hair done, I'm not blocking him anymore. Fair enough, fair enough. Gotta get through this in 5 minutes then. The bad case of stubbornness, no less, for which the only cure is very bitter medicine indeed. Cool, I got an achievement for that. This is probably the one that's actually important. What is this? Okay, I can probably look at each one individually, right? Let's have a look. TCM? Wait, what's TCM? This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? Traditional Chinese medicine. Ah, yes. No, you're right. You are absolutely correct on that one. Weirdly, I take the bitterness over great medicine. Because, like, at least I can actually, you know, have it without gagging. Just chase it down with something sweet or something. It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although, it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you from feeling pain. Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Oh, so he's the one who didn't have any food, and that plate was actually the woman's. That makes sense. With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. So, I think it's time we listen to that testimony again, don't you? Definitely. Alrighty. It wasn't this one. Not this one. Is it one of these that I have to press? It feels like it's this one. Wait, maybe. Okay, can I go backwards? Okay, I can go backwards. I have to use WASD. I tried the arrow key first. Yeah, no, it's really cool and it's swishy. Oh, it got tied up. Okay, just in case, I'm gonna press again. Okay. He was dining by himself, so you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in.
So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well.
Yeah, does this go into there, or do I just present on top of that one? We'll see.
As can clearly be seen, there is only a single beef steak on the victim's table. A meal for one.
Put it in the statement. Do it. Put it in the statement. Do it. The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Okay. I think it's just this one then. Just in case, like, I know what the contradiction is, I hope this is the correct one to present it onto. It would be this one. Yeah.
Yes!
Okay. Well, I think,
About what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer?
no. I wish I could. But first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Ryunosuke, everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. All right. And thanks for the advice. Korakuta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim.
Ah, I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy?
Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up.
Dear me. Have you forgotten my word so soon, you amateur?
Sorry, what?
You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel.
But
Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant.
But that's... Remember, Ryunosuke? You don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further.
Hmm.
The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who...
He did it! He slammed the desk! He didn't just slap it! I'm so proud. Oh, have a good rest! Also, 3 a.m. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case? Do you really believe that?
What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Hotta Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted.
What's this now?
And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating.
Just what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what?
It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? No, that can't...
Korakuta-san,
What, boy, what?
As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
No.
Additionally,
There's more?
you have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. I'm so proud! But that cannot possibly be the case.
Gah.
Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Wow, even the baby's shocked. Expertly done, partner.
But what is this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. Woo! Accusations!
Wait,
Photographic evidence!
haha, I snuck it in here.
You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic?
How dare you?
I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Okay, wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? I mean, yes, most definitely. So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel? Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Oh, buddy, you're trying so hard. On the other hand, like, I mean, who could it be? Maybe the person that Ryunosuke has been, like, screaming about for the past, like, half an hour. Alright. The answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been me! It was me the whole time! I mean, I know it's a third party. I save a lot. Present the- I'm not presenting the badge! Also, I can't present the badge right now. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person.
Yes, there was no such person. No, yes, there was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it.
Ugh.
We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial, relentlessly. Kazuma.
Are you insane?
Yes, I was crazy once.
You would take on the government.
Don't worry, Counsel. I have no issue with you. No, I do.
What do you mean?
I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand.
What What are you talking about?
We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously, you will be charged with perjury. Now, would a retrial be viable in this spot? I think it's just more so like very, very mismanaged trial, and like it's a secret trial and all, but I think the judge is trying to be fair. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how it would work, but Kazuma does have a lot of good standing with a lot of good connections. So it'd probably work out. Perjury? What's a perjury? And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit in murder? Now that's what happens when you lie about who did the murder. You're helping them get away with it.
Negative!
There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. Yeah? I was just following orders. That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman, that's what they, told us. What wind is there? The baby's blowing it. Also, interesting. Oh. What? What did you just say, Korakuta-san? Oh, no. You were just following orders? Now, hold on, lad. I was, Say you never saw the gentlewoman. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What?
What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements?
I mean, he's not in on it. I'll give him that. He's not corrupt. He's just a jerk.
Is this true, you pair? Just one simple slip of the tongue.
Yeah, so slippery that you slipped out 2 sentences about it. Order! Order! Counsel, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Actually, no. I really genuinely don't think Aochi is in on this. Like, he seemed genuinely surprised.
Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
It was the waiter. It was the waiter. Oh, buddy, you were doing so good. Then, who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut?
That's classified.
I don't know, he's getting his mustache pulled. So, you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you?
You wouldn't. This can't be happening.
Ryunosuke? Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Aochi had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? Okay, I'll drink water. I'll also save. It feels like I'm about to make a pretty important decision soon. Actually, I could probably just save then, but it's fine. If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So, we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power, or their power here. But how? How can we possibly? Remember how we made progress before? Before? Its power— you're right, it could be the parrot. We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. I wanted to check the back of that card for a while, and I think I should be allowed to do it now, yeah? Oh! Wait! You're not a waiter! You're not a waiter at all! How did no one notice this? Well, if I do this now... Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yeah, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected, it's his job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here... There we go! I got it! I got the info! I've cracked the code. Wait, actually... You know what? I kind of want to just also investigate this. This plan at the restaurant raises a number of questions, I think. Definitely. It's supposed to show the relative position of everything in the moments following the incident. But there's nothing to show the woman you say you saw there. Exactly, and that's not all. Look here in the upper left where it says kitchen. Oh, yes, what of it? No one would use those complicated characters to write kitchen, especially not if they were in a hurry.
Hello! Happy Wednesday!
You mean you don't remember those characters yourself, don't you? Study harder, Ryunosuke. F. Is there anything else that I can spin? No, I can't spin this one. I don't think I can spin photos. I can spin this, right? No, I'm not allowed to spin it.
E.
Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine— I already did it. Cosmo, I already did it. I got you. We need to re-examine everything. Make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. Yeah, in fact, I've already done it. Time saved. Speed ran. I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe.
Please, wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god.
Oh, you're right. I could spin the badge. I will go spin the badge. Heck yeah. Oh, the symbol of Yume University. Every student wears this pin with pride. It's funny, but most emblems seem to be either round or rectangular. I like this spike design, even though it doesn't really make any sense. Although, it does cause problems. Lots of students end up cutting their fingers on their badges. Perhaps it was the idea of one of the founders. Sharp pin for a sharp mind, or something. Wait, can I also look at this? Oh! My personal student number is engraved on the back here. If you lose your pin, they won't accept you as a Yume student at the university. You may not come in, they say. Of course, you can get a new pin made if you can just tell them your number. I've actually lost mine twice already, but I still don't know my student number by heart. I always say to myself, I mustn't forget to write it down somewhere, but then I forget not to forget that. I wonder if that'll come back. There's no way that'd come back, right? Anyway. I feel like if you bonk him, he just factory resets. And what does the defense have to say about all this? I I'm sorry to disappoint you, but the Les Mis number is 24601. I'm so sorry. Well, Your Excellency. We're all here to forget all our numbers. It's okay. I just remember numbers that don't matter anymore, like my old Wi-Fi router password. I don't need that anymore. That's not a password that I need to remember anymore, and I still remember it completely. No time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head. Like, I don't, like, what's it called? Even back then, I barely remembered my locker combination, but I can remember the, what is it? 1801BB9C4A. Like, I can remember that. Very unrelated string of numbers. Wild. You love Wi-Fi passwords? They can be silly and terrible to remember, and then you have to go hunting for them. But hey, it's an adventure, and eventually you remember when everyone who comes over asks for the Wi-Fi password. But hello! It had the word egg in it. That's pretty great. Would you like an egg in this trying time? He needs an egg in this trying time. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is this guy. Actually, what did he say? Army sergeant who witnessed. Okay. It's this guy. I mean, I know the answer, but I'm gonna save anyway. There's a QR code? Oh. Oh. I didn't need to remember it all of those years ago? Maybe I'm just a boomer.
Yes!
Yes! Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga-san? The waiter who took the stand earlier?
Poppycock! What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence.
For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter.
What? If he truly were?
Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth. The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity, as proven by this evidence.
Yes!
Yes! Now I'm thinking of Captain Falcon. Yes, come on, show me your moves. Okay. The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon? Or perhaps I should have said the front? Flip it over. Yes. Yes! It's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is. Just tell him to flip the card over. Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession. His true profession. The waiter's profession? That's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. Absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene?
Well...
There he is. Inspector Hosonaga. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well. Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake.
So, you mean to say you really are a detective?
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Ah, of course, your salary must be I was working undercover. Your salary must be terrible. Dude. Undercover? Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant. What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Yeah, as unrelated as the medical report, I'm sure. Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would have also been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable. Like, did he ingest poison or something? As I suspected. Oh shoot, he just shot us! Anyway. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say... Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. But what if this Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interests not to pursue that idea. Because if they were caught framing their own country for a murder like this, that would still have political ramifications. It's not great. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil, to name an English woman as the primary suspect. Well, without irrefutable I love I gave this guy a bad British accent when, like, not British? Whatever. Without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So, that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. No, I refuse to do that one. But it's not right. Everyone like, oh shoot, just being just in this justice system? Ridiculous. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, whichever, is a young English woman. What? You're shrewd, man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. You mean... When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then, the court demands that you may name the lady in question at once, Inspector. It's already a secret trial, no? The English woman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett. I'm trying to figure out, like, what the pun is. Oh yeah, that guy's mustache is absolutely coming off by the end of this trial. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yume University's medical faculty.
But what is happening here?
I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to Your Excellency to decide how to deal with the situation. I'm shifting the responsibility to you. I'm not dealing with the consequences. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. Why are you objecting?
But Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom. I really respect this judge. Good on you, bud.
Ugh.
Inspector Hosonaka? Yes, sir? You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
Screw them. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So, it won't be a problem? Dude. I'm not doing that one. Is he about to fight me? Nothing will get in my way. Oh no, is he a good guy? But he's also dying? Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna make it. That one angle, like, I don't know, just took away the sus feeling, just went, oh, this guy's actually pretty alright. Good for him. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student, Giselle Brett, to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Your Excellency!
Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. Well, speaking... Oh, wait, that's just the first... We didn't even solve anything! That's just the first case in its entirety? Oh, shoot. Well, I will also take a break very quickly to bathroom, water, all that good stuff. Trying to stay healthy. Yeah, I'll be right back, and I'll just run an ad break. Maybe that'll make the next one shorter. I'm not sure how that works, but hopefully it makes the next one shorter. So, I will be right back.
Hello.
I think that's... Oh, shoot.
Cool.
I think that timed out well. Run the clock. Oh, did it not work? Wait, let me tab out so that it doesn't like click forward on the game. Oh, it did? I mean, I'll do it again because I just really like it. I have no real qualms with that. There he is. On the bottom of the screen. Okay. So, 11:38. Maybe we'll make that noon deadline. Maybe it's still possible to meet the noon deadline, yeah? Ah, the perpetual breeze. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb. Ugh, my heart was in my mouth the entire time. Does the bird move every time? The answer is yes. It's random! It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there, you were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Not the fortitude, but the talent. Oh, forget it. It's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. Miss Giselle Brett, a student from Great Britain. Is she? That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I'm sure of.
Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself, then on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor, and just after I bent down and picked it up,
Bang!
I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me looking as white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area. I'm assuming that this is the... Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you. Professor Mikotoba. Wait, Mikotoba? Is it like kotoba? Like talking? Words? I don't know. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice system, even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Even then, this also gives Naruhodo the right, the opportunity to show his own prowess, and maybe he can go too. That'd be neat. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, don't worry, there'll be more probably. I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. Kazuma! Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. To me? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. You want to tell us that connection? No? Okay. Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at Yume. And it was I who invited him. I see. I didn't know that before. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. Case. But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight, right to the last. Best of luck. Thank you. honestly doesn't even need to be royalty, because if they're acting on behalf of the country, like they're representing the country, and their country's just signed an agreement, accusing them, and if it turns out to be wrong, is real bad. Accusing them and it turns out to be right is also bad. Like, it's just not great. Now then. I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need.
Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama.
Oh. A young lord, is he? Defendant Naruhodo. Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what's hit them. Kazuma? What? Thank you. Really. What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now. Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer and as a friend. Coming from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. Alright then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course! A padoru? I don't know what a padoru is. The power of friendship and this— No. The power of friendship and this sword I have on my waist! He keeps pulling it out like he's about to attack someone. And I feel like Kazuma is the type where he would. I have no doubts that he would definitely stab someone for him. On the other hand, looking at the time and where I am right now, I should probably call it. Also because, you know, throat recovery. I'm surprised I haven't coughed at all. Now I'm saying that, knowing full well that I could have jinxed myself. But you know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine! What is a padoru? Wait, I'm just gonna look this up. Padoru. Huh? It's a fate joke. Airport pickup? No, I'm not picking anyone up from the airport! I don't know, I'm picking up my, the recovery of my voice, maybe, possibly. I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't play Fate. Or watch Fate. Oh wait, it's from the gacha game. I don't play Fate, I'm sorry. Oh, actually, since y'all are gacha people, you wanna hear about some dumb luck I had yesterday? Or the day before, or something like that? I was, what's it called? I opened up Arknights, cause like, I saw that there was like, I don't know, pretty art for like the limited banner. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Why not? They always give free rolls. So I went in, and the first roll I got was a 6-star. It was not the character, by the way. Like Logos, I think his name was. But like, I didn't get him, but I did get a 6-star. I got like Weedy, I think her name was. But like, that was my first pull. And then, after that, oh, there it is. After that, I was just like offhand pulling, and I got him in 31 pulls. So that means I got 2 6-stars in like
within 31 polls. And it's really funny to me. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. Did I hear any updates about the interim agreement? No, I didn't. From what I could tell, I don't know if they signed the interim agreement. I think it's just the news of like switching studios, question mark, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. Information is hard to find, unfortunately. But I think I'll play it safer right now. Until like I'm like certain.
So, let me see who I can go and raid.
Oh shoot, wait, Sayu is oh, Logos is fine. I mean, here's the thing, I just wanted Logos because his art was pretty. I don't play the game. I just pull. I have a lot of 6 stars for no reason. It's great. But let me see. Sayu is streaming early birthday stream. I mean, I guess go and tell him happy birthday. Seems like it's Mario Party. So I'm sure that it's a lot of shenanigans. Oh, he's hanging out with Nazia and Ben. Let's go. I have an end screen! Why do I keep doing this? I need to take advantage of the fact that I have this thing. I really do. I just keep forgetting, because that's not what I did in the past. I'm just so not used to being professional. Oh my god, okay. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna drink a crap ton of water and like all that stuff. But yeah, I should be back on Friday, barring my throat getting worse. If it gets worse, I'll make a post about it on Blue Sky, Twitter, that stuff. It shouldn't. I think I'm recovering, but like, you know. I should be back. If I am, then it's gonna be for more of this. And I'm curious to see how Giselle Brett, which I almost forgot her name, oh my god. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. It was probably her. Let me start the raid. Wait, no, there's stop. Dang it! Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'm canceling because I see all of the. I see the messages in chat. I think they're ending now. Never mind. I should go find somewhere else. Shoot. Oh no. I need to send you guys somewhere else. Okay, hold on. Now the question then is, well, now I need to see if the others are like staying. Because like I just see chat saying like, oh, good night, have a good trip, and I'm like, oh wait, that sounds like the end of a stream. And I've done that to Kelsey before, which was really funny, but like I shouldn't make a habit of this, I think. I think this is also, are they all ending? Yeah, I think they're all ending. Shoot, okay, I need to find someone else. Let's see. You know who started streaming? Rin. Perfect. She is playing Super Mart together with Ying. So, there we go. Oh yeah, the last time I raided Kelsey, and then Kelsey was still streaming technically because even though the laptop was closed or something, it was really weird. We love technical issues. So, おつせそう。お疲れ様でした。Anyway, but yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, I'll try to look that up, although we'll see if I understand what it means. Me and my boomer brain. But yeah, don't pull out the knife. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll be back on Friday, probably, for more of Great Ace Attorney, which has been really fun. The characters are really great, genuinely. They're so fun. And unintentionally sus at times. And yeah, I think that's about it. So, shoot, have a good night, day, whatever time it is, and take care.
Bye bye.